fourth quarter, an outstanding fourth quarter from Chris Paul, the 17-year vet, scoring 19 of his 28 in the fourth. If you remember back in Game 1, he scored 19 of his 30 in the Game 1 victory. They lost Game 2. They lost Devin Booker, but they were able to step up without Booker in this game as they win at 114-111. They're able to absorb 64 combined points from Brandon Ingram and C.J. McCollum. DeAndre Ayton double-double, 28 points, 17 rebounds. Look, Chris Paul, 28 points, 19 in the fourth, but he did not have a turnover in this game. Yeah, he was 1 of 6 from beyond the arc, but he played 40 minutes of the possible 48 minutes. I mean, the guy's a gamer. The only thing left for him to do is win a championship. And the Suns 2 wins away from advancing to the next round. All right, let's welcome in CBS Sports NBA insider Bill Reiter. And what a game from Chris Paul. I mean, again, he is clutch in the fourth quarter, 19 of his 28. What did you see from CP3?
What a masterclass in excellence under massive pressure, missing a huge weapon in Devin Booker. Chris Paul, I think, might be the best point guard in the NBA, going back to Isaiah Thomas of that Pistons team. He's that good. And for folks that don't watch a lot of CP3 or Suns, you saw it in this game, and especially the fourth quarter. And you said it, Hakeem. Not a single turnover while dictating an entire offensive tempo without Devin Booker, taking over as a scorer in the fourth quarter. He's a grossly and criminally underrated defender. This guy single-handedly won this game, along with DeAndre Ayton, but in the fourth quarter, single-handedly won this game. And if you're the Pelicans, it's dispiriting. Herbert Jones looks like the next Mikal Bridges, was awesome in that game. C.J. McCollum and Brandon Ingram were awesome offensively. You put it all together, it should be enough, especially no Devin Booker. And Chris Paul said, not so fast. I got this team on my shoulders. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it's him stepping up in the moment, right?
Yeah.
When Devin Booker is out with the injury, it's CP3's time to step up and say, look, you guys climb aboard. I'm going to lead you to victory. That's what he does. Because, look, the Pelicans, in terms of their elite value and elite status, they're on the same level as Phoenix. But they got to win in Game 2. So you can't just walk through the series and sweep your way through the series. You got to earn each victory, and they did that tonight again thanks to Chris Paul.
Yeah, I think you made a great point. For anyone who's looking for some edges out there over the next few games, and you got to see where the numbers are at, but Chris Paul totals on assists, Chris Paul totals on points, the overs, depending where they are, I think you want to err on the side of believing this guy can do what he needs to do. Because as Hakeem just said, he's done everything in his career but win a ring. And he is near the end of his career. The hours, or the sand has fallen through the hourglass. Hakeem, this guy is going to be hell-bent to make sure his team, like he did in this game, stays on track, moves forward, battles and wins. Hopefully, we don't know, they can get Devin Booker back to full health at some point in some series ahead. And that means Chris Paul is going to do a lot of what we saw in this fourth quarter. It's not an anomaly. He's done this over the course of his career. He can take over games. He can take over games against any team under any level of pressure. What he did on this evening, just a reminder, this guy plus the Suns make them really formidable. Not maybe as dangerous. Devin Booker's a huge addition, but Chris Paul's one of those guys that can step into that void and figure it out in fourth quarters.
Yeah, the key stat there, 19 of his 28 in the fourth quarter and 0 zippy turnovers. Want to take you back to a big moment in the second quarter. Jackson Hayes gets dunked on by Landry Shamet. Then Jackson Hayes gives a little forearm shiver to Jay Crowder. Like, that's not a hip check. That's a forearm shiver. See you later. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, you can't do that. I know, we've got a lot of MMA coverage here on CBS Sports HQ. He's in the wrong sport. He's paying attention to what's going on in Hawaii and not what's going on in New Orleans. Utterly and totally unacceptable. And what's interesting about it to me is that I sort of assumed when that moment happened in the second quarter, Phoenix was going to get mad as hell, go to another level, have another gear, and give New Orleans credit. That's not the way that it went. That was a battle for most of the game. The Pelicans were in this thing the entire way. It took that Chris Paul fourth quarter to get it done, but that is the epitome of, it's a dirty play.
Yeah.
It's also just an out-of-control, angry play. Hey, young guy, you got to control yourself. This is the playoffs in the postseason. You got to learn and find a way to just keep yourself reined in with all that emotion.
All right, so the Suns are looking to get back to the NBA Finals and win it. If Devin Booker is out for the rest of this round and perhaps maybe into the second round, what does that mean for Phoenix?
If he's out into the second round, but he's around for the conference finals, I think the Suns have an excellent opportunity to make it a deep, deep run. But the next round's not going to be an easy battle. It's not going to be an easy thing to overcome. He's key to what they do. And I'll say this too. Chris Paul's great. He's remarkable. We've given him the praise that he deserves, but that's a lot of wear and tear on Chris Paul's body. It really is. We've seen him get hurt over the years. And so you also, just from a usage rate perspective, Akeem, don't want him to have to put up 35, 38, 40 minutes, massive usage rate, the wear and tear that comes with being the guy. He can do it. They can battle. But the sooner Devin Booker gets back, the more likely it is that this Suns team does what they expect to do, and that is make another deep run and maybe this time win an NBA championship.
Yeah, I mean, really the best thing they can do is just win out here, right? Get him some rest, because he's likely to miss Game 4, and Game 4 Sunday back in New Orleans, where the Suns will look to take a 3-1 series lead after winning in Game 3 thanks to Chris Paul. Look at this. Most playoff games with 10 assists and 0 zippy turnovers, 7. Most in NBA history, more than Magic Johnson, more than Larry Bird. Chris Paul, a future Hall of Famer. Now trying to join Magic and Larry in a championship category. He does not have a ring. Chris Paul working on trying to get a championship this year.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.